Welcome to today's Disney Facts! Today's involves a mirror, much like this one, and an apple, and 7 little people. And of course, I'm talking about Snow White! So I have around 50 facts for you about Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. In the beginning, Walt Disney came up with the idea of a retelling of Snow White when he was 15 years old, when he was seeing a silent movie about it in 1916. That means that Walt Disney was born in 1901, and it's 2014 right now, so if he was still alive, he would be 113, if I'm doing my math correctly. In 1934, he took his animators out to dinner to share his vision of Snow White. And so, he acted out all of the roles telling the story. How awesome is that? Walt wanted to have the film completed by early 1936, at about the time that he acted out all the roles for his animators. However, they did not begin actually working on it until 1934, and given that this was a major accomplishment for him, it took quite a ways longer than he anticipated. During the production,
there were 32 animators, 102 assistants, 167 in-betweeners, 20 layout artists, 25 artists doing watercolor backgrounds, 65 effects animators, 158 female inkers and painters.
There was about 600 people working on Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And out of those 600 people came Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, which used 2 million illustrations using 1,500 shades of paint. That's a lot. Fact number 5. 750 artists drew 2 million sketches, but 250,000 pictures are contained in the film.
Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs was adapted by Dorothy Ann Blake, Richard Creedon, Merrill D. Morris, Odo Englander, Earl Hurd, Dick Rickard, Ted Sears, and Webb Smith. It was supervised by David Hand, directed by William Cotwell, Wilfred Jackson, Larry Morey, Pierce, and Bon Sharpstein.
Fact number 7! Walt Disney wanted to have the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs feel like a European storybook illustration, much like this. So he had inspirational sketch artists that he used. He told his animators to look at these pictures, or these sketches from these artists.
Albert Herder, Gustav Tengren, Ferdinand Haworth, and Joe Grant. And Joe Grant's work was mostly used for the Queen.
And then he had them look at movies, love movies mostly, and stuff like that. And so he had
Romeo and Juliet, Nosferatu, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Oh, I said that right. I think it's German. I'm not quite positive. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the 1931 version. Those were the movies that he had his animators look at.
The movie was originally budgeted at about $250,000. But it kind of went up a lot to about $1.5 million. $250,000. $1.5 million. That's a difference. Let's see if I can do the math. That's a difference of about $750,000. And because of the price, Walt had to mortgage his home to pay for it. And he had to show a rough copy of the movie to loan officers at the Bank of America. Let's see. The Bank of America did give him some money. Not enough, because he had to mortgage his home. But Lillian Disney, his wife, and Roy O. Disney, his brother, thought that it would flop. And so they thought he should just quit. But the Bank of America thought it would go through. The Hollywood film industry thought that would flop too, and so they labeled it Walt Disney's Folly. It didn't flop. It took animator Wolfgang Reiterman 9 tries to get the animation of the slave in the magic mirror just right.
He achieved it by folding the paper in half, like this, and drawing one half of the face right here, and then turning the paper over and tracing the other half. But even though he tried 9 times to get it right, his work kind of went down the drain just a little bit because the face is hardly shown. Like, you can barely see it. Like, see? Right here? Yeah, you can barely see it because it's obscured by fire, smoke, and distorted glass.
Ward Kimball nearly quit after his 2 main sequences, the dwarfs eating soup and building Snow White's bed, were cut. Walt convinced Ward to stay by giving him Jiminy Cricket's role in the next movie, Pinocchio, the next animated feature, Pinocchio. It was a bribe. Roy Disney created the sound of the floor creeping with dopey, slow steps, like in this clip. By slowly bending an empty leather wallet back and forth. The movie was supposed to start with scenes with Snow White's mom, but they were cut. I don't know why they were cut. Okay, these are the scenes that were planned, but never fully animated.
The queen holds the prince in the dungeon and uses her magic to make skeletons dance for his amusement. And then, when he refuses to marry her, apparently, she leaves him to die. Number 2, there was a fantasy sequence accompanying some "Say my prince will come," where Snow White basically dreams and fantasizes about dancing with her prince and stuff, and it was supposed to be like in the clouds and stars and stuff. And there was also 2 more scenes that were songs. Music in Your Soup, where the dwarfs sing about soup that Snow White had just made, and You're Never Too Old to Be Young, which the dwarfs sing also. But they never were fully animated, and they never really made it that far into the movie, but we do have lyrics to them.
Songwriters Frank Churchill and Larry Morey composed 25 songs for the movie, though only 8 were used. Okay, during production, Walt kept a menagerie of animals on the studio area because he wanted the woodland creatures in the movie to look as realistic as they can. So the menagerie was was for reference for the animators. The last 2 things about in the beginning, Snow White was one of the 2 personally produced Walt Disney feature-length animated films, not to carry the screen credit, Walt Disney Presents. Instead, it says a Walt Disney feature production. The other was Fantasia, which didn't even say a Walt Disney feature production, it just said Fantasia. It was unusual for the films in about the 1930s to not have the words "the end," and "the end" never appears in Snow White. Also, none of the actors are credited. None of them. How interesting. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to keep the videos that I'm going to make under around 10 minutes, if not shorter. I don't want to go above 15 minutes unless I have to. So I hope you enjoyed it, and the next part will be facts 23 through 50, and hopefully that will all fit in one video. If not, I'm sorry, it's going to be 3 parts. But I hope you learned more about Snow White, and I hope it made you enjoy Disney a lot more. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to hear more videos from me. Comment below if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, anything of that sort. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and have a magical day!